Belladonna's unlike any maiden in the kingdom. When I first heard her voice, a tear came to my eye. And that tear turned to ice, and I kept that frozen tear, far from my heart that burns with passion.
Just say we are too late, and Lazar has had his way with her. Would you still be able to be with her?
I don't want to think about that.
But just say that we were moments late and he was able to get her cookies.
Shut up.
If you've been thinking it's been a while since you've seen a good medieval stoner comedy, then smoke 'em if you got 'em for Your Highness, which reunites the director and two of the stars from the stoner action comedy classic Pineapple Express. In this film, Danny McBride plays the shiftless Thaddeus with James Franco as the heroic Fabius, two princes who embark on a quest to rescue Fabius's fiancée from an evil wizard so they can save their threatened kingdom. But their biggest challenge won't be orcs or dragons, but the fact that Thaddeus is a jealous, cowardly, blowhard jerk who'd rather smoke weed and screw around than slay monsters and rescue maidens. But the question here, as with all stoner movies, is if Your Highness is a good movie if you're not baked, and an even better one if you are. Your Highness is a lot like what would happen if you and your smoking buddies got to make a low-budget Lord of the Rings installment, or rewrite one of the swords and sorcery movies that came out during the Dungeons & Dragons craze of the 80s, like Dragon Slayer, Legend, and Krull. So in Your Highness, we get a lot of swearing, dick jokes, homoerotic gags, and barely medieval dialogue.
And just how do you plan on doing that?
Magic. Motherfucker.
But this is thankfully no Scary Movie or Meet the Spartans type parody full of pop culture references, Wayans brothers, and cameos by B-list reality show stars. There's an actual story in Your Highness, which has much more in common with a film like The Princess Bride, playing on the themes of medieval epics without the characters winking at the audience. In fact, the best parts of Your Highness are when it shows what it would be like if a sword and sorcery story involved actual people, like a prince who's neither charming nor gallant, a damsel who actually acts like she's been locked in a tower her whole life, and an evil wizard who clearly hasn't had much experience with women. Like Pineapple Express, the action scenes are genuinely exciting and well staged, and Franco plays to his talent of doing ridiculous things with a straight face. The brothers are also joined on their quest by Thaddeus' servant, Courtney, played by Rasmus Hardiker, and a badass bent on vengeance named Isabel, played by yet-to-be-impregnated Oscar winner Natalie Portman, who both do a decent job. Still, this is all some pretty thin stuff to build a movie on, and while there are some of the what the fuck did they really just do that moments that stoners enjoy, there are a few of the big laughs or truly quotable lines that would put Your Highness in the company of stoner classics like Up in Smoke, The Big Lebowski, or even Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle. Still, if you haven't paid full price for a ticket, you can have a passably good time at Your Highness if you aren't high, and a slightly better one if you are. But either way, you're probably not going to remember much of it, which is why I gave Your Highness a marginal recommendation with a score of 5.3. I'm Jonathan Kim for What the Flick.